There's probably no other sporting team in the world at club level that would attract such a boisterous reception on arriving in Australia. But $250,000 buys plenty. Not only talent, but attitude as well. The Italians can claim to be the world's hottest team, but all the fans got was the cold shoulder. Perhaps it was the memories of their only other visit here. In 1980, AC Milan suffered one of their most embarrassing defeats ever, losing 2-1 to the part-time Aussies. During the trip, they also learnt they'd been dumped to the Italian second division, found guilty of racketeering and organising match results. Then Italian media magnate Silvio Berlusconi stepped in, and the rest is history. Put bluntly, AC Milan is the world's best, and they know it. Only a handful of players graced the Australian media with their presence at Sydney's only press conference, and they did little talking.
Okay, let's go. Despite behaving like arrogant movie stars off the field, a huge crowd turned out for the first match of the series here at the Sydney Football Stadium. And it wasn't long before the Italian champions showed why they're considered by many as the best team in the world.
Almost 38,000 fans paid just over $1.2 million to see the Italian giants play. And as you can see, the audience was captivated. So too was the world media. The game was beamed direct not only here, but in Italy and Spain. As expected, AC Milan dominated proceedings, although Socceroo defender Tony Vidmar was the only player to score, unfortunately in his own net. Australian keeper Mark Bosnich thwarted the Italians time and time again to keep his side in the contest. Even the $28 million man, Gianluigi Lentini, was deprived.
That was class, and so was the goalkeeping.
Things went my way tonight. Maybe on another night the balls would have got put past me and all that, but you get a bit of luck. Took the breaks, and I feel pretty good at the moment. I feel better when I have a few drinks later on.
The Italians also seemed suitably impressed.
I found them very good tactically and also from a technical point of view.
The AC Milan side, which played Australia in the first match, was valued at $197 million. Now, to try and put that into some perspective, what you see here is about $5 million worth of luxury cars. Even if you owned every single one of these cars, your trade-in value at AC Milan would be just one player, and he would be their lowest paid. Jean-Pierre Papin is worth $21 million. He is the captain of the French national team, but at AC Milan, he's still only a bench player. And yes, he still believes he's worth every cent.
It's not difficult to have this price on the shoulder because we play football and we try to play football very well, and it's not a problem for us.
On the question of why his teammates were less responsive to the fans and talkative to the media, Papin was defensive.
The problem it was a long trip, very long. We are very tired all, and to playing football it's very difficult.
Unfortunately, excuses didn't satisfy a lot of people. The Italians were very demanding throughout their short stay, and no one seemed too disappointed when team management suggested it could be another decade before they return. To make matters even worse, the second match of the series in Melbourne was marred by controversy. Loyal fans had paid a minimum $42 each. What they got was no goals in a first half that was shortened by almost 10 minutes.
I don't think the fans will be too impressed about this.
Allegedly, referee John Fraser merely misread his watch, but the cynics believe it was to make sure Milan made their midnight flight home. At least in the second half, the fans finally saw the Italian score.
Fabio Capello. And there's the goal! Simone has split them. Marco Simone, Bingley staying with him. Still in there, the goal! 2-0 AC Milan
However, the Australians finished the series goalless.
It should be the goal, it's not!
Jeez, I think I found myself another holder again. I think it was mainly due to tiredness at the end. I think I probably wasn't really thinking that at the end. It's a pity that I couldn't put it away. It would have made it look respectable to score.
Just 80 hours after they arrived in Australia, AC Milan was on its way back home, having left the fans with many memories, some probably still wrestling over a memento of the visit. The Australian players too seemed genuinely thrilled to have played against the world's best. Coach Eddie Thompson also was satisfied.
Milan would probably beat most of the national teams in the world, and it's nothing for them to beat teams by 5-6 goals in Italy, so I mean our performance has been tremendous.
Thank you, Australia.
John Casey reporting for Sports World.
And